Hi, everybody. This is Leah with Nurturing Your Life. I'm so glad that you are here today. Hope you're having a great day. And we are talking about Mental Health Month because we are in May. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a new field called Nutritional Psychiatry. And it's related to the nutrition and what we eat and mental health. But before that, this disclaimer, I'm a health and wellness coach. I'm not a doctor. This information is just for educational purposes. Please do not implement anything that you hear as medical advice before checking with your own medical practitioner. And I always recommend you do that. But are you aware of this statistic? Depression and anxiety disorders are rising. They're affecting about 58 million people in the United States alone. And many people are getting therapy, from counselors, psychologists, psychiatrists, and they're taking medications, which are helping to alleviate some symptoms, but often these are not enough. Well, there's a new field of science that blends neuroscience and nutrition, and it's called nutritional psychology. It actually began in about 2010, and I found this out when I was doing some research to prepare for today, but it's been increasing in popularity over the last few years. And it basically blends mental health care, psychiatry, and psychology with nutrition and food. And it focuses on the mind-gut connection of how food affects mood and how what we eat affects our health, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally, cognitively and all. Well, there's a psychiatrist named Dr. Drew Ramsey, and he's written a book called Eat to Beat Depression and Anxiety. And I've read a little bit about him and started following him, but he breaks it down and explains what foods positively affect brain health and mental wellness. And so I like what he's saying because it's similar to what I do as a health and wellness coach. I talk about all the time how what you eat can affect how you feel physically. Well, part of that is also mentally, right? And so he talks about how we can use nutrition to optimize our brain health, which will in turn affect our mental health. And, there's some key nutrients that you may know about, but things like omega-3 fats, which we talked about a couple of weeks ago when we talked about fats, zinc, B vitamins, choline, and protein, as well as others that really have an impact on our brain and that can affect your mental health. There's another psychiatrist named Dr. Ellen Vora, and she's written a book called The Anatomy of Anxiety. And, while I don't agree with everything that she has said and also that he has said, I do agree that mental health is not just a brain disorder. There's a whole mind-body connection. And if nutrition can be of some benefit, then why not use it, right? It's not just a one and done, right? It's a journey. And so, if you don't eat right, have you ever thought that, gosh, I don't feel right? Well, that happens. I know to me personally, it's happened with a lot of my clients and maybe happening with you as well. But one thing you can do to help boost your mental health is focus on eating real whole foods, right? Plenty of fruits and vegetables and foods that are rich in the omega-3 fatty acids, like salmon, nuts and seeds, if you tolerate them, dark green leafy veggies, also, fruits and other proteins. Grass-fed meats are good brain food for you as well. But think about the way our great-grandparents ate with their food. They grew it and they ate it. And that's kind of what we need to do to get back to basics. And those can help with our mental health as well. Now, some doctors recommend taking some supplements, vitamins and minerals and so forth. And you can do that. Omega-3 fish oils, some recommend supplementing with it. One caveat is be cautious. Any kind of vitamin or supplement that you take, I don't recommend buying them in the store. Most of those are filled with fillers and a lot of additives. If you look on the back, sometimes they have things you can't even pronounce. And I've had people get some really good brands. They thought they bought it at the store, and then but they forgot to read the ingredients, and they look at the ingredients and then they're like, oh my gosh, this has something in it that is causing me to have headaches or stomach issues, right? So you want to be really careful. But some good brands that you can look at and see what you think and what your doctor thinks are like Nordic Naturals, Pure Encapsulations, Thorne, and Claire. Those are usually some good allergy free, but whatever you use, make sure they are allergen free as well. What are some other brain foods that you can eat? Well, a lot of them are similar to the healthy fats that we talked about a few weeks ago. And that's because your brain is actually composed of fat. And so it's going to require fat for it to be functioning correctly. So the sardines, the small fish, the olives, olive oil, avocado oil, greens, dark chocolate, that's 70% or above, and green smoothies that you can fill with some leafy green veggies, as well as a little bit of fruit. Those are always good to give you some brain power. And so brain power is going to help with your mental health, and that's going to help your physical. It just kind of is all intertwined, right? So I hope that that is helpful for you today. And if you have any comments or questions, please let me know and make this a great day. Bye for now.